Kashimo is an absolute beast and monster. And what's crazy is that in chapter 190 we learned that this is all without even a cursed technique, because we learned that in the Panda and Hakari fight he has not been using it. He has just been manipulating his own cursed energy and also the characteristics of his cursed energy, which, keep in mind, is absolutely crazy. He has been fighting a man with infinite cursed energy without even using a cursed technique. He's gone full Yuji Itadori. But this has got many people wondering just what is his cursed technique, because this is something that would even allow him to challenge full-powered Sukuna, who he does know is way more powerful than him, as Kenjaku let him know. So I actually have a really good theory on what it could be. Alright, that's enough wait, let me just get right into this. What I think Hajime Kashimo's cursed technique is going to be is not a powerful attack or something along those lines, which most people seem to think, but I actually think it's going to be a transformation. If any of you have seen Hunter x Hunter, there's a character called Killua who has a transformation called GODSPEED, where it spikes up his hair and he has electricity coursing all around him. And of course, as the name suggests, he gets Godspeed, both insane movement speed, attack speed, and reaction speed. And of course the electricity too, you know, that's really cool. Now I theorize that Kashimo's one-time curse technique is going to be this Godspeed but on absolute crack. I'm telling you, he's gonna have lightning coursing all around him, way more than he already has of his cursed energy. It's just going to be pumping out of him. He's gonna have lightning coursing through his eyes, his hair's gonna spike up, maybe even go blue, and it's just going to be beastly. Of course, this is going to give him immense speed, way faster than he already is, which seems to be lightning speed, by the way. But along with this insane reaction time and speed, he's also going to gain immense strength, because as we've seen in Jujutsu Kaisen, speed is weight. So the faster he moves, the harder he's going to hit. And of course, this is not even getting into just what insane destructive capabilities he's going to have when he's in this state. If you guys have seen Enel from One Piece, or to be honest, any sort of overpowered lightning character from any anime or manga, just imagine those guys. This is what this guy's going to be. One punch from him is probably going to shoot out an electric bolt so powerful it'll wipe out skyscrapers, which it'll need to be that strong if he's fighting full-powered Sukuna, at the very least. A lot of people are confused because this is a very unique and special case. How come he has a curse technique which is just one-time use? Now, of course, I have a theory on top of a theory of why this is the case. So I think that Kashimo in his original life had a curse technique that just allowed him to transform. So, you know, he'd have more electricity around him, increased speed, increased strength, and whatnot. However, I think that by the time the end of his life came around and he realized that he had another chance to fight Sukuna, before he made the binding vow with Kenjaku to, you know, resurrect or be reborn in another body, whatever you want to call it, he probably made a binding vow before his life ended that would turn his curse technique, which originally probably would have been, you know, a pretty good transformation, maybe even OP, but he made a binding vow to make that way more stronger than it already was, because let's be honest, it would need to be far stronger than any normal curse technique to take on Sukuna. And in exchange for making it that strong, probably put many limitations on it. One of those big limitations being, can only now use his curse technique once and it's gone. Not once in a fight, just once forever, which would make sense because as we've seen, the stronger your binding vow, like Hunter x Hunter, the stronger it will make your techniques or whatever contract you're making with anyone, even yourself. Having one this great where you can never use your curse technique again will probably make his original curse technique many-fold times stronger than it already was, at the bare minimum. And another binding vow he's probably placed on top of this, because it's an anime so definitely has this, is a time limit. What does every anime power-up have? That special 5-minute time limit. When Naruto transforms into the Nine-Tails for the first time, what's his time limit? 5 minutes. When Asta fuses with his devil for the first time, what's the time limit? 5 minutes. When Yuta decides to fully manifest Rika, what's the time limit on that technique? 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes seems to be that golden buzzword or golden time limit in manga and anime where transformations just happen to last 5 minutes for whatever reason. I mean, fair enough, you know, it's that sweet time. It's not too short, but it's also not too long to make them too overpowered. So I guess realistically, Kashimo's curse technique's probably gonna last 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, you know, following that logic. I mean, hey, GEGE's even done it in his own series. Yuta fully manifested Rika only lasts 5 minutes. But I mean, it is possible that his curse technique might even last 1 minute. It could be something so unbelievably powerful that he only has 1 minute in that form, which, hey, I mean, is fair. If he's gonna be that fast, then he'd probably be able to make the absolute most out of that minute. By the way, if you've been enjoying the video so far, please do consider subscribing. I have a ton of Jujutsu Kaisen content like this on my channel, and I'm uploading them really frequently. But back to my main man, Hajime Kashimo. This transformation would need to be absolutely beastly. So the way I have scaled Jujutsu Kaisen, which I do quite a lot, I love scaling, is that I have Gojo and Sukuna at the very top, and then it'd be 6 or 7 whole empty tiers below them, and then after 6 6 or 7, maybe even 8 tiers. Then you have the next characters like Yuta and Kenjaku and so on. Because honestly, Gojo and Sukuna are so much stronger than everyone else. I mean full-powered Sukuna, by the way. That it looks like they've just been placed in there from another anime. It doesn't even look like they belong in the Jujutsu Kaisen world. They're just so much stronger than everyone else. It is absolutely crazy. The only way you can beat these guys, evidently, is to heal them, as that what was done with both Gojo and with Sukuna. To be honest, I am 100% sure that the way they sealed Sukuna in the past was definitely some underhanded tactic which they used to seal Gojo. There is just no way they seal this man in by beating him in a normal fight. There's a reason they had to seal him. And then you have to realize that this transformation is going to take Kashimo several tiers up, which I mean is granted, he has some pretty crazy restrictions on it. Well, at least I theorized. So it is just going to make him skyrocket. Actually, a pretty common thing is everyone I've seen discuss this always is saying that his final curse technique is going to be a big explosion or some big attack or something, which I'm not sure why. I've actually not seen a single person say that his curse technique is going to be a transformation. I mean, hey, the internet's a pretty big place. There's probably been some guy on some forum who said it, which by the way, if there was some guy who has said it somewhere, you're an absolute legend. Same idea here. But yeah, I'm just really surprised no one's thought of this. It's just such a great idea. Think about it. A absolute badass beastly transformation with an insanely good design. What more do you want from an anime and manga? It'd be way cooler than some big one-off attack or hit or something. So that's why when I put in the thumbnail, well, I'm assuming that I'm gonna do this, God of Lightning. Yeah, that's the reason. He would be no different from a deity with the level of damage he'd do. I mean, just think about this. 15-fingered Sukuna is a literal walking nuke, if you remember Shibuya, with his domain expansion. And Kashimo in this curse technique is scaling not to 15-fingered Sukuna, to full-powered Sukuna. There seems to be a pretty big misconception that with each finger Sukuna eats, Sukuna gets 5% more powerful. In my opinion, I think there's so much evidence leaning towards that with each finger he eats, he's just getting exponentially more powerful, not 5% of each finger. Because if it was only 5%, Sukuna at 15 fingers would not no-diff Jogo, who's around 8 or 9 fingers. And at only 5%, if you're saying 15-fingered Sukuna and full-powered Sukuna, it's only a 25% difference, then full-powered Sukuna would be very weak, to be honest. So that's why I really do think it's an exponential increase. So with each finger, he's just getting far more stronger than he had before. Now, a bit of scaling of Kashimo here, you know, it's gonna get a little spicy. It always does with scaling. But I actually think Kashimo, at the bare minimum, is probably around 11, 12-fingered Sukuna. Highballing it, I'd say he's 14, 15 fingers. I think 16 fingers would just be too big of a stretch. I mean, even 15 fingers is a pretty big stretch. Definitely don't think he's weak. I mean, this is kind of crazy saying he's this strong, right? But you have to realize this would boost him all the way to full-powered Sukuna. This is gonna be such a boost that he'd be able to take on characters like Gojo, who no-diff multiple disaster curses like he was a walk in the park. I mean, Gojo, who could kill every single human on Earth. And that's canon, by the way, which is just crazy. But yeah, that's my theory on Kashimo. Haven't heard anyone talk about it being a transformation, so I thought I'd make this video. And once again, if you enjoyed the video, please do consider subscribing. I got a ton of Jujutsu Kaisen content like this. Actually, I've been experimenting with theory videos on Jujutsu Kaisen because normally I just upload power scaling videos, but I'm kind of testing the waters, seeing what theory videos are like. So yesterday I uploaded a Yuta theory video. Today I'm uploading this, and tomorrow or in 2 days I'm going to upload an absolutely crazy theory on Sukuna's resurrection, which by the way is so accurate in my opinion that I actually think I need to put a spoiler warning on that theory. It's so accurate, and I hope I'm not wrong because that would be embarrassing. But I genuinely think there's like a 95 to 98% chance I'm right on this Sukuna theory. So that's coming out either tomorrow, probably in 2-3 days, 3 days at the latest. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, let me know how you guys are liking the theory video so far, because it is a bit different from my normal power scaling videos. So I want to test the waters out with my theories, because you know, I genuinely love this series so much, and I have a lot of theories about it. And you know, of course, I'm only going to put out the best theories that I thought, like this Kashimo one, the Sukuna resurrection one. Oh, that's gonna be such a good. So let me know how you guys are liking those. But again, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, yeah, you're an absolute legend, and you're a part of the Higuruma fan club. Let me know in the comments too if you are part of the Higuruma fan club. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.